Hi everyone, V here. Before I get started with this particular video, I need to apologize for the sound you hear in the background. It is extremely hot here, and I have fans going, and I just fear that I may pass right out if I don't keep them going while I do this. So I apologize for the bad sound in the background. Today we are going to be talking about FedNow. There's a lot of conspiracy theories going on and a lot of fear-mongering happening around FedNow. So here are the actual facts. FedNow is not a central bank digital currency. CBDC would be the shortening of that particular statement, central bank digital currency. FedNow is not a currency at all. FedNow is an instant payment system scheduled to debut late in July of 2023. Now, by the time this video comes out, it will have already hit. It is supposed to hit on the last Thursday of the month of July. It will be the first United States government-created platform which will allow bank customers to transfer money to other bank customers instantly. It will work much in the same way that Venmo and Cash App work now, except that FedNow will transfer money from bank account to bank account, something that Venmo and Cash App are not able to currently do. The Fed has always cleared checks for the banks and bank customers, so the Fed has always had a payment portal like FedNow, but at present it does not work instantly. This is why you currently have to wait several days or wait through holidays or weekends to have access to your deposits, whether they are from a check, a direct deposit, or a payment app. This delay often results in late fees, overdraft charges, poor credit, and almost single-handedly created the payday loan industry. So the Fed's current payment portal is not only technologically outdated compared to other payment apps in the private sector, it is also costly to the consumers in terms of time and money. When FedNow launches, you will be able to receive funds instantly and make payments instantly. You will also be able to send funds later on the due date rather than having to plan several days in advance for mail, for an online payment to clear, or up to a week for a check to be processed. Likewise, business owners will be able to send and receive invoice payments instantly. While the Biden administration is studying the pros and cons of whether the United States should adopt a central bank digital currency in the future, that is something entirely different from FedNow, which merely clears money transfers instantly. More importantly, the Federal Reserve cannot create a central bank digital currency without a congressional mandate to do so. Any such future legislation from Congress would no doubt contain or incorporate by reference privacy provisions and other safeguards for the public. Otherwise, it would never pass the House, pass the Senate, survive a presidential veto, or survive a constitutional challenge before this particular Supreme Court. The bottom line is, since the Federal Reserve has always cleared checks, the only thing truly new about FedNow is that checks clearing will occur instantly and nothing more. You will find several links that provide proof of the statements that are just made pinned to the top of the comment section. There are going to be several, so there's too many to put in the actual description box. Here are some of the conspiracy theories. Unfortunately, conspiracy theories about FedNow abound. The most common are the following. Number one, FedNow constitutes a central bank digital currency, or CBDC for short. Number two, FedNow will replace cash or the dollar. Number three, FedNow will replace privately owned payment apps like Venmo and Cash App. Number four, FedNow will destroy your privacy and result in the Federal Reserve monitoring and recording all of your financial transactions. Number five, FedNow will automatically deduct your tax obligations, child support, and fines from your bank account. Number six, FedNow will automatically block or limit certain transactions thought to be politically, socially, or environmentally undesirable, such as the purchases of an assault rifle by a convicted felon, the purchase of alcohol by a person with multiple DUI convictions, or the purchase of child Um, I'm going to say child yuck because I don't want to get this banned by a convicted child assaulter. While the foregoing problems could theoretically arise with a CBDC or central bank digital currency, not a single one of these things will apply to FedNow, which does nothing but transfer existing dollars instantly and does nothing more. There's a video that you're going to find that will be pinned to the top of the comment section that will reflect the truth in addition to this that I am telling you. Videos reflecting conspiracy theories will also be posted down in that same section. I want you to note the commercial advertisements at the end of the two that are the conspiracy theory. So here are some facts. Number 1, is FedNow a central bank digital currency? No. Critics have speculated that FedNow will create a digital currency, but the Fed has tried to dispel this false assumption by flatly stating FedNow is not related to a digital currency. Part of the confusion stems from separate discussions on whether the Fed should create what's called a central bank digital currency using a CBDC is something we would certainly need congressional approval for, Fed Chair Jerome Powell told the House Financial Services Committee back in March. Countries including the Bahamas, China, India, and Nigeria have launched CBDCs, and more than 100 other nations are exploring the idea, according to the international policy think tank at Atlantic Council. Some countries are looking at whether a central bank digital currency would be a safer, faster way of transferring funds between banks. Others are considering whether to offer a CBDC as fiat money for the public with the accounts held at a central or commercial bank. Again, down in the pin to the comment section, you will find proof of the statements that I just made. Number 2, will FedNow replace cash? No. The FedNow system will not replace the dollar or even digital currency for that matter. Think of it as a platform that will transfer your dollar online in the same way popular money apps transfer your dollars online now. The promise of FedNow is that it will allow financial institutions to make those transfers happen between bank accounts and in the blink of an eye. And while there have been claims on YouTube, TikTok, and other social medias that FedNow will replace the dollar with a new digital currency, these claims are false. As the Fed put it, the FedNow service is neither a form of currency nor a step towards eliminating any form of payment, including cash. Once again, proof will be provided for you pinned to the top of the comment section of the statements that I just made. Number 3, will FedNow replace money apps like Venmo and Cash App? No. The Fed has made it clear that FedNow is not intended to replace other money transfer options like Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, or Zelle. Rather, it is meant to work alongside the current systems built by the private sector. But FedNow could become a game changer because thousands of banks already using the Fed's current, slower payment system may see FedNow as a safe and faster option that has government backing. There are 57 organizations that have adopted the new program and become certified as of June 29th, the Fed said in its press release. There already is a real-time payment, RTP, network, a private service launched in 2017 and used by more than 100 financial institutions to offer instant fund transfers. It's called Zelle. It's the only app-based payment system that operates within the RTP network. That's why you might see Zelle service offered directly when you log into your bank or credit union. The financial institutions using the RTP network can also opt into the FedNow system. Will FedNow destroy my current level of privacy? No, it will remain the same. But you should know that if you already have a bank account, you already have little privacy at present. Again, proof will be provided for the statements that I just made down in the comment section and pinned to the top. The U.S. Treasury already monitors bank accounts. The Office of Foreign Assets Control already collects data on bank accounts. The Financial Crimes Enforcement Network already collects data from bank accounts for the U.S. Treasury. The Office of the Comptroller of Currency already collects suspicious activity reports from banks about bank accounts. The IRS already has the authority to seize your bank account. FedNow merely transfers funds instantly. It will have no effect on your privacy. Will FedNow block or limit certain transactions which might be politically, socially, or environmentally desirable? No. Proof of that, again, will be pinned to the top of the comment section for you. How will FedNow work? In technical terms, FedNow is the clearing service for financial institutions to provide immediate end-to-end payments to customers. The key difference between this service and the Fed's current system is that FedNow will be online 24/7, processing transactions in real time. The FedNow service will be available to more than 10,000 financial institutions that operate within the Fed's network. The banks will be able to opt into FedNow. They won't be forced to join the platform. Financial institutions participating in FedNow can opt into different services within the system. They might, for example, elect to send funds back and forth across financial institutions, or choose to receive funds only. They can also opt into settlement service transfers and high-dollar credit transactions called liquidity management transfers. So here's the conclusion. Since the Federal Reserve has always cleared checks, the only thing new about FedNow is that check clearing will occur instantly. Nothing more. I want to thank Snoop4Truth for doing all of the research on this. This is a Snoop4Truth production. Snoop4Truth has a new BitChute channel, which will be located in the description of this video. Snoop4Truth finds that the most important quote in history is as follows: "Those who can make you believe absurdities can make you commit atrocities." Voltaire. Snoop4Truth is an attorney and an investigative journalist who exposes online disinformation, and also a very good friend of mine. Snoop4Truth gratefully acknowledges the Forbes article above as the primary source of facts contained in the text above. Now, this is text that was provided to me to give to you in video form. However, the actual link will be pinned to the top of the comments for you to read that Forbes article. Indeed, portions of the text are direct quotes from that article. All right, everyone. So I want everyone to think seriously about the proof that's been provided, that you are able to look at for yourself, and a lot of the fear-mongering that happens to be going on with regards to FedNow. I've heard over and over again people panicking about FedNow. All that FedNow is the federally backed form of Zelle, basically. It is not anything to panic about. And all of the things that everyone is so concerned about are already available to the government. So there is no need to implement something like FedNow in order for them to garnish your wages, or the IRS to seize your bank accounts, or any of the things that people are telling you to be worried about. It is absolutely just a payment service that makes payments instant. It is not something that's changing the actual currency, and it is not something that's there to delve into your privacy any more than it already has been. For those of you that have questions or concerns, please feel free to put them in the comment section, and they will be addressed by either myself or Snoop. I want to thank everybody for taking the time to listen to this Snoop4Truth. Everyone have a wonderful day. Bye-bye. Hi everyone, V here. Before I get started with this particular video, I need to apologize for the sound you hear in the background. It is extremely hot here, and I have fans going, and I just